Right, in this video, we're talking about the fastest bikes of 2021. We're looking at mountain bike professional racing and also looking at what was the fastest brand this year.
So let's dig into the action right away with our first category, which is the Enduro World Series. And the first bike that's made it to third is a surprise, Neil, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's a few brands on this list if you're not super into racing, you might never heard of. Although BH have been around since 1909, a Spanish brand. Yeah. And they are third in the Enduro win list this year. 3 wins, and that is all down to Melanie Pujan riding the Lynx 5, which is 130 mil travel 29er. So quite a short travel bike as well. Interesting to see, but she had a really strong year. She won in Val d'Ifasa, La Tuile and Crans-Montana. 2 seconds and 2 thirds as well.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the lesser known brands on the list. Okay, so the next on our list and second fastest bike in the Enduro World Series is the Yeti SB150 with 3 wins, Neil.
Richie Rude.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, it was a closely fought battle with Canyon, and the first 6 rounds were basically Jack Moyer or Richie Rude, first or second. But Rude did get 3 wins. It was in Val d'Ifasa, La Tuile and Crans-Montana. He got 4 second places as well, and basically continuing Yeti's legacy in racing with John Tomac, Jared Graves, and of course now Richie Rude.
Exactly, and that battle Rude versus Moyer plays out in these stats definitely, because the fastest bike that won the most races at the Enduro World Series this year was a Canyon Strive, piloted by Jack Moyer. Interesting to see, we've talked about this a few times, that Jack rides large. He's a really tall guy, you think he'd go for the XL. He likes having that really manoeuvrable size of a bike. He tested a Spectral pre-season, went for the 150mm travel Strive in the end. 5 out of the 9 wins, Val d'Ifasa, La Tuile, Ludenville 1 and 2, and finale on the podium at 7 rounds. The fastest enduro bike of 2021 is 150mm of travel, 29er, with a big 170mm travel RockShox Zeb fork with a 38mm stanchion, a full carbon frame with a 65-degree head angle. Jack runs a 15mm spacer underneath the head tube to slacken that head angle slightly. 220mm brake rotors. A shapeshifter that changes geometry to steepen the head angle and seat tube angles for climbing liaisons and shortens the travel to 130mm.
I'm really surprised he tested the Spectral actually, that's a real surprise. But
quite similar bike, so the Strive is kind of more old school, although is it really, because it's not that old, but it's got the shapeshifter and it is their original enduro bike and it really paid off for him.
Yeah, definitely did. Right, now to the Formula 1 of mountain biking, the downhillers.
Yes.
The downhillers. And in third place is the Canyon Sender. We both have ridden this bike, Neil.
This is the updated version this year, yeah. 2
wins, no high pivot, of course, but just a mullet setup for Troy Brosnan and Tani Seagrave. Brosnan won in Leogang, also second at Snowshoe 1, and he got third at the World Champs. Seagrave was first at Leger and second at Lenzerheide.
Yeah, that bike is available in full 29 for large and XL, but both these riders riding the mullet because they're on the shorter side, so interesting to see that.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we've got 2 winners, so 2 first places here. Let's start with the Trek Session, 5 wins. This is a high pivot bike, so 2 wins for Loris Vergier, who signed for that team this year in Maribor and Lenzerheide. 1 win for Reese Wilson in Snowshoe 2, and Vergier also take a 3rd there as well. 2 wins for Valley Hall, the young Austrian lady, in Snowshoe 1 and 2, and again, her first year on the bike as well.
Yeah, cracking. And also in first place is the Commencal Supreme, with also 5 wins.
The Commencal Supreme is a high pivot bike with an aluminium frame, with a 200mm travel fork and 200mm brake rotors, 63.5-degree head angle. The Commencal Supreme is available in a 29er, 27.5 and mixed wheel.
Commencal dominated aboard their high pivot downhill setups, both production and prototype models. Wins for Thibaut Deprella, that was at Leger, Camille Blanche in Leogang, and Miriam Nicole in Maribor and Lenzerheide.
And Val d'Isole.
And Val d'Isole, yes. 16 medals in total, 16 medals across the season, 5 gold, 6 silver and 5 bronze. God, this is amazing, stats.
Yeah, at least 1 Commencal rider on the podium at every round World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Commencal took it myself, but it's joint first with Trek. Very interesting season.
Right, into cross-country, where, here you go, if you're not into cross-country racing, there's some brands here you may never heard of. So, second place, Thomas, with 4 wins. So this is the Swiss brand that was ridden by Matthias Flukiger. Great year for him. A great mid-season, actually, with these wins back-to-back in Leo Gang, XCO, and short track. The J short track and XCO as well. So, big wins there. Consistent with 3 silvers, Lenzheide, Val de Sol, and second place at the Olympics.
Wow.
Third place finishes, a couple other rounds as well.
Yeah. Matthias Flukiger promised so much, but never quite got there. Never did it.
I kind of expected him to win the Olympics, to be fair.
Again, in cross-country, we've got 2 winners. So our first winner is the Massey Air SL with 5 wins. Now, that is a brand I don't know much about, but it's another less-known brand, to us at least, proving very quick at the XC races under French racer Luana Lecomte, with 5 wins across XCO and XCC short track. First at Albstadt, Nova Mesto and the J XCO. Clean sweep at Leogang, Women's XCO and XCC. Full suspension shows that cross-country tracks are getting more technical and demanding.
Well, you say that, but the other first place, and I think actually the winner, is the Trek Super Caliber. Also 5 wins, but with the Olympic win under Landernef as well. So this, I don't know if they actually call it a soft tail, but it's that hybrid where it's got that sort of bit of movement in the back end.
The Trek Super Caliber is a carbon 29er short travel bike which uses ISO strut and integrated shock into the frame. It's got 60mm of travel with pivotless seat stays. It just relies on the carbon layup to flex. 100mm travel fork with a 35mm stanchion. 69-degree head angle, 160mm brake rotors.
So this is piloted by Evie Richards, 4 wins. She had an incredible year, Evie Richards. And of course, Yolanda Neff having that incredible win at the Olympics.
Yeah, what a season for Trek. Absolutely incredible. And does that play out? Because now it's time to look at the fastest brand. So, any guesses to start with, Neil? Don't look.
I've seen it, Martin. I know the answer. Yeah, so the fastest brand across World Cup downhill cross country and the Enduro World Series, Trek Bicycles. They win that award. 11 wins across all disciplines, 5 in downhill, 2 in Enduro. Hattie Harnden as well, don't forget about Hattie. Got 2 of those. 5 in cross country. Trek also racked up 6 silver and 7 bronze medals over the course of the year for a total of 25 podium finishes across downhill cross country and Enduro.
That's not bad.
Yes.
That is not bad. So well done, Trek. 2021 goes to you. Not bad at all.
Of course, we are kind of ignoring the people that ride them, but it just shows what brands are investing in the fastest riders as well. Yeah. And it's bringing on those brands like Thomas and Massey that we kind of don't know much about. Like, you don't see those bikes in the UK for sure.
No.
So it's nice to see those race teams paying off.
Yeah. So let us know down in the comments down below, what do you think was the fastest bike in terms of just coolness, radness, and basically mountain bike fun, because it's not always about the results. Let us know. Other than that, we will see you next time.
See ya.